Hey everyone, welcome. Okay, today we are diving into a really amazing story from a magical land. It's got everything: brave heroes, a very grumpy monster, and a super secret mystery we have to figure out.
All right, let's get into it. Our story starts in this absolutely beautiful, enchanted forest called Vrindavana. I want you to picture a place that's so magical that everything, everything from the trees to the bees, is just buzzing with happiness.
And living in this forest are our two incredible heroes, the brothers Krishna and Balarama. Now Krishna, he was the charming younger brother who always had his flute with him, and Balarama, he was the super strong older brother. Officially, their job was looking after their cows, but really, they were experts at finding adventure.
And listen, this wasn't just some ordinary forest. No way. It was a place just bursting with life. You got happy bees, birds chirping away. It was so magical, in fact, that the story says even the trees would actually bend their branches down to say hello whenever Krishna and Balarama walked by. How cool is that?
You know, in the ancient language of Sanskrit, a super special, magical forest like this one gets its own magic word, and that word is vanam. It's a really powerful word for a really powerful place. Let's try and remember that one. Vanam. Of course, what's a hero without a team, right? Well, Krishna and Balarama had the best team ever. A whole big group of their best friends, all the other cowherd boys. They would spend the entire day singing songs, playing games, and just exploring the Vanam together. And yep, you guessed it, these special friends have their own magic word too. And that word is Gopa. So, hey, look at that. We already know two magic words. The Vanam is the forest, and the Gopa are the friends who get to explore it.
So, one afternoon, the Gopal come running up to Krishna and Balarama, and they are so excited. They'd found this whole other part of the forest, the Tala forest, and it was packed with trees that had the most delicious-smelling fruit you could ever imagine.
But there was a catch. And it was a pretty big, scary, stompy catch. You see, this amazing forest was guarded by a powerful and really mean demon named Dhanuka, and he was definitely not the sharing type. And that right there brings us to our last magic word for today. The word for a demon is Asura. So this Asura in our story, he had taken the shape of a giant, very angry donkey. And he wasn't alone. He had a whole team of other donkey demons with him. But man, the smell of that sweet fruit, it was just too good to forget about. The cowherd friends looked right at Krishna and Balarama, and they begged them, "Please, we want to try that fruit so badly. Can you please help us?"
And what do heroes do when their friends ask for help? Well, they help. Krishna and Balarama, they weren't scared at all. They just laughed and marched right alongside all the Gopas straight into the demon's forest, totally ready for whatever happened next.
The second they got there, Balarama, remember he's the super strong one, he walked right up to this huge palm tree. And with his incredible power, he just shook it with both hands and bam! All this delicious fruit started raining down all over the ground. Uh-oh. You know that sound got the demon's attention. The Asura Dhanuka heard all that fruit falling, and he came charging out, braying super loud and making the whole ground shake under his feet. He was so mad. He ran right at Balarama and tried to kick him with his powerful back legs. But Balarama was just way too fast and way too strong. In 3 quick moves, it was all over. First, he just reached out and grabbed the demon's legs with one hand. Easy. Second, he started twirling the giant Asura around and around over his head like a lasso. And finally, he just launched the demon high up into the air, sending him flying right into the top of the tallest palm tree.
Whoa. So get this. The demon hit that tree so hard that the tree fell over and knocked down the tree next to it, which knocked down another one and another, like a giant row of tree dominoes. And when Dhanuka's demon buddies charged in, Krishna and Balarama defeated them just as easily, in the exact same way.
And just like that, the fight was over. The Tala forest was finally safe for everyone. The boys, the cows, all the animals,
They could now eat those sweet, sweet fruits whenever they wanted. They say even the gods watching from up in the sky were so happy that they started cheering and dropping flowers down on our heroes.
Now you'd think that after taking on a whole army of demons, that would be enough excitement for 1 week, wouldn't you? Yeah, wrong. For Krishna and his friends, a brand new and honestly even weirder danger was waiting for them right around the corner.
So a little while later, it was this really hot summer day. The sun was just beating down, and Krishna, the Gopa, and all of their cows were so thirsty. They all headed down to the Yamuna River, just dreaming of a nice, cool drink of water.
So the cows and the boys, they all rush over to the edge of the river and they start drinking the water. But as soon as they took a sip, something awful happened. One after another, they all just collapsed right there on the ground. They weren't moving at all. The river water, it was poisoned. But Krishna, seeing his friends in so much trouble, he just looked at them, and his gaze was like a shower of pure magic, and it just washed all the poison right away. And instantly everyone woke up, totally safe, totally sound, and just blinking and wondering what in the world had just happened. So the friends and the cows were all okay, all thanks to Krishna. But this left a huge mystery behind. The river, which was supposed to be a place full of life, was filled with a deadly poison. And that leaves us with one last, really big question to think about. Who, or what, was hiding in that river and was powerful enough to poison all of its water?